Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in my bathroom because I wanted to show you how I curl my hair. I've gotten a few questions, which I honestly thought I would never ever say that. Most of the time it lives in a messy bun because I have a very active, almost 2-year-old, and he likes to pull my hair. So it usually lives on top of my head, but I do like to have my hair curled. This is how I prefer to style my hair. And so I wanted to show you how I do that. I have very fine, naturally straight hair. This is my hair. I washed it last night and then slept on it, which I know isn't the best, but I'm not a professional. And so you can see there's like no movement. And this is after it had been curled for about 4 days. And it's very straight. So my hair doesn't really hold curl super well, so I'm going to show you the products that I use that help it to last. I wash my hair about every 4 days, and I curl it the day after I wash it. So I usually take a shower at night, wash it, sleep on it, curl it the next morning. So what I use is a curling iron, and mine is legitimately like 11 years old. I believe I got this in 2010, and it's 2020, so 10 years old. It is a Royale 1-inch curling iron. How I found out about this is I was at a mall with some friends, and this lady said my hair didn't look good and asked if she could curl it for me, and I said yes, and she used this because she was selling this. This was like a mall kiosk buy. So I have this. Is about 1 inch. It works great. The only thing is that there is no temperature setting, so I have no idea what the temperature is on this, but it is 1 inch, and it has this like swivel. So that's good. I have my hair sectioned and it's all brushed out, which is like the hardest part, I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm going to just run my brush through it, and I like to curl in about 1 inch parts. Let's go. So this is usually about as big. With the bottom layer, I really don't care because the top layer is going to cover it. And yeah, so have my hair, and I take my wand and I'm curling away from my face. And there really is no rhyme or reason, just holding on. I try not to keep the ends on there, just to have that like kind of effortless beachy look to it. But I don't want people to know that it took me a while on my hair. So I'm going to release that, and then don't touch it. Let it cool. Just leave it be. This is how I've been curling my hair for a while, and I just like it better with my really thin straight hair because I feel like it does get some volume. It makes me feel more put together. I don't have a lot of hair. It's very thin. It is very straight. It is very fine. It does not hold curl well. This is the only way I can get it to hold curl, and it will last for days. I've tried using like traditional curling irons like Hot Tools and the one at Target, Conair. Like I've tried them all, and I cannot figure out a curling iron, which is embarrassing. I have a bachelor's degree and I'm over here, I can't figure out a curling iron. But a wand is just easier, and I know that you can use a curling iron as a wand, and it's just too complicated. So this is my pride and joy, my tried and true, my really ugly kind of stained zebra print wand that has been with me through a lot. It is, I don't think I used this on my wedding day. No, I had a professional. Who am I kidding? And that's the number one thing. Whenever I go to a hair salon, they're always like, oh my gosh, your hair is so fine. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been living with it. And I passed it on to my son. And so, sorry, Atticus. And then if I have any daughters, like if she has thick hair, I'm going to be like, excuse me, who's your father? Because both my husband and I, we both have very fine hair. We're not like balding, like it's not thinning, it's just a fine texture. It's just, there's not a lot. So I would see women, I would watch hair tutorials because I didn't know what I was doing, and yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. So I'd watch hair tutorials, and all these girls have thick hair, and they're like, oh, it takes me 3 hours to curl my hair. I'm like, cannot relate. So I'm gonna let this side cool completely before I even do anything to it. Also, hold up, I need to talk about this. These are amazing, the like coil hair ties. I was using the ribbon ones, and they would always stretch out, and it was really annoying. This has been my pride and joy. I've said that twice in this video. This has been amazing. It's been with me since like April, and clearly you can tell I do not have thick hair because this is stretched out, and this is what I use for all my messy buns, but nobody's asking me how to make a messy bun because it's literally like the hot mess mom bun. Great. Highly recommend. I'll link them below if you're interested, but I believe everyone on the planet's heard of these and are using them. I'm just late to the party. So I'm just brushing out this side, making sure there's no tangles. Also, my hair is very frizzy because it is dry. Thank you, December. There's no moisture in the air, and I need to get our humidifier in our room. So I'm just going to repeat it on this side, and I'll speed this up. So here we go. Okay, the bottom layer is all curled. I'm going to let this side cool while I take care of this side. Some of these are just not, hold up, they're just not doing their job. So I'm going to recurl. Some of these, it's the bottom layer. I don't know why I care this much, but I do. So here we are. And this one, yes ma'am, you are in trouble. With this layer, sometimes I will do larger sections or larger chunks because this is the layer that I will usually recurl. I just do like a little touch up, probably on day 3. Like this hairstyle will last 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 business days. And it's such a stupid joke. So this side will, not this side. So this style will usually last 3 to 5 days, and 325, not 35. I just realized that sounded like 35. It's not 35. So I will show you what I use to help my curls last forever. First of all, I am going to just comb through these curls with my fingers. And that's, first of all, I didn't know that was a thing to do until I was 27. And if you are currently wondering how old I am 27. So nobody told me this. Why did nobody tell me this? Why didn't I know this? But I'm just combing through this section. Just see, that looks so much better, and I didn't, whatever. So my secret weapon is this. This is the Kristen S Dry Finish Working Texture Spray. Let me see, is that focusing? I don't know. I get this from Target. This is amazing. If you don't like hairspray, I will use both. I'll use this and, hold up, where's my hairspray? I'll use this, and then if I want my style to last a long time, like longer than 4 days, I will spray with hairspray. Just a little like, just, this is amazing. If you have thick hair, this is great. If you have fine hair, this is great. This is really what helps my hair last. It says for all hair types, texture building, instantly volumizing, ultra light hold, and soft matte finish. So I like this because it's not sticky, and you can still run your fingers through your hair. So I'm going to spray, and it's just going to just feel so nice, and it smells good. It's perfection. So now I'm just going to comb through the curls on this side, and I'm shedding because postpartum hair loss, let me tell ya, it's been almost 2 years and it's still happening. So I like it because it's just this really, I feel like the like loose beach waves are really in style right now, and I'm all for it. I just love how it looks. And then I'm just going to take a quick little spritz. So now I am going to just take this and do a little bun action back there, and then clip it because this side's ready to party. And this is usually where I spend the most time on, and I part my hair on this side. This is how I part my hair. I tried doing a middle part and it makes my face look fat. So this just works really well. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the middle part works for me and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just combing through. And we will do this side. Also, I always have this back like section that I never know what to do with, so whatever. And when I do my top layer, this is where I will bring it up vertically. I don't know. It's what feels right. Just do what feels right. But always curl away from your face. Again, that's another lesson I didn't learn until I was in my 20s. I'm pretty sure I just curled toward my face. Do as I say, not as I do. So that's towards. This is away. It just doesn't look like that. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just a girl with fine hair that just figured out how to do her hair, and it took her 27 years because there's just not enough fine hair representation out there. There, I said it. All these girls with thick hair, so blessed, and I'm over here. Maybe it's just where I grew up. I grew up in Kansas City, and all my friends had the most gorgeous, thick, long hair, and I'm over here like, hey guys. And so nobody knew what to do with my hair. They were like, oh, your hair's so fine. I just don't know how to style it. I'm like, yeah, me either. Then I go to college, and I thought, surely we're gonna find some more fine hair friends. No, everybody had thick hair. And the only person I knew in my life who had fine hair was my mother. And she's been doing her hair the same way since 1990. I love her. It looks great. There's a reason why she's been doing her hair the same way for 30 years. There's a reason, because it looks good. However, that's not my hairstyle. So yeah, it's been a struggle. I remember the first time I was watching a girl that I follow on Instagram. I was watching her YouTube channel, and I remember somebody being like, oh, your hair's so pretty and so thick, and she goes, actually, I have fine hair, and my world stopped. I was like, there is somebody else like me out there. And then I see all these girls on TikTok with the most beautiful hair, and people are like, oh my gosh, your hair's so pretty, and I'm like, thank you, it's just so thick. And I'm like, wow, cannot relate. Or the comments where it's like, my fine hair could never. And I'm like, yes, we need to, I need to be friends with you. So if you have fine hair, I can relate. That's all 16-year-old me needed. That's all 26-year-old me needed. So now I'm going to brush through this side, rinse and repeat, and we'll be done here. Okay, so with this last section, because it's the one that's closest to my face, it's the one that's going to be framing my face, I'll start the curl probably at my eyebrow level. And I know some people prefer, like, they don't want to curl all the way up to their roots, and some just do the latter, like, half of their hair. And when my hair was longer, I used to do that, but then once I cut my hair and deeply regretted it, I started curling up to my root, just for some extra volume, as well as it just, I don't know, felt right. Because I didn't really have a bottom half of my hair. I mean, I do, it's from here down, but by the time I comb this out, it is going to be the bottom half. So let this section cool. I don't know what this little flyaway baby's doing, but it's cool. So we are going to comb out this side just with our fingers. You can use a brush. I find that when I use a brush personally, it flattens my curls a lot more than I would like, and it's just not my preference. If I know I'm going to wash and restyle my hair in like the next day or so, I'll sometimes do that. But I'm hoping to make this last until, let's see, today's Friday. I'm hoping to make it last until Sunday. We are doing things outside, and I find that using this spray combined with some hairspray will help my hair last like literally 5 days, 5 to 6 days, which is a long time for me personally. I used to be a wash my hair every single day type of girl. But I've been using Jasmine Ray Hair Co. on Instagram and using her hair tips. And dry shampoo push through is like my mantra. Because I've always wanted to curl my hair and not have to wash it for several days. When I straighten my hair, I cannot go as long just because I do have an oily scalp. And there's only so much dry shampoo can do for you. So now that this section has cooled, I'm going to repeat and just brush my fingers through here. And as you can tell, I have a very flat scalp, very flat hair. And sometimes I will tease up here, but honestly what I do is just dry shampoo because it is volumizing. And that's what works best for me. And I'll like flip my hair. I'll show you guys in a second. This is seriously like the best thing ever. I will link it below if you're interested. You get it at Target. It's like $10, $12. It lasts forever. It's amazing. It also comes in a trial size, which I love when I'm traveling. Clearly. You can also get the trial size if you're like, some crazy lady on YouTube was telling me all about this, and we'll see. So I'm going to turn my curling iron off. Then I'm going to flip my hair over. And oh, I do need to hairspray. I'll hairspray and flip. Here we go. So and if you're not a hairspray fan, you can totally skip this. Honestly, I really think it's just a peace of mind for me. I grew up doing theater, and we would go through like a giant can of the Aussie hairspray within like a day, an Aquanet, and I've now upgraded to the Tresemme, so, but this is a trial size because I like small things. And then now I'm going to do some dry shampoo. And I do this because, one, I have an oily scalp like I mentioned before, so this is really necessary for me because like I can already feel my scalp sweating, and I'm sorry if that's gross, but I can. So this helps just absorb excess oil, and I get the Batiste. This is my absolute favorite, and I get the beautiful brunette because I like the original. I mean, I have it right here. It's empty, but I have it, but I don't know, the white just, it's too much. When my hair is lighter in the summer, then I'll use this, but I have highlights that are very, very grown out, and I just stick with the beautiful brunette because it's the same color as my hair, essentially. There's also a darker, I just like Batiste, okay? So, these are my secret weapons. I love them, I love them, I love them, and this little guy as well. So, that is how I curl my hair. As I mentioned earlier, I have very fine, straight, thin hair, and this is how I curl my hair. It will last several days, and it will still look good. I might do a curl touch-up on day 3 or 4, but we'll see. It usually depends on if I spend a lot of time outside and how long it lives in a messy bun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will link all products below if you're interested in them, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will see you guys next time.